Cordial greeting. My name is Elifeleth Navarro Aldana, and at this moment, I bring you the topic of linking words of contrast. I hope you enjoy. Let's continue. To begin, let's answer the question: what are linking words of contrast? The answer to this is the following. We use linking words when we need to connect ideas in greeting or speech. In certain situations, we want to link two ideas that are completely different from each other. For example, when one idea is negative and the other is positive. Or we want to connect a common idea with another that may be unexpected or even surprising. To do this, we can use linked words such as despite or in spite of, although, and however. Now we will look at the use of linked word of contrast. Despite or in spite of. Despite and in spite of have the same meaning. They are used before a noun or even a noun. They can also appear in the middle or at the beginning of a sentence. Example of despite. I studied English despite the rain. Example of in spite of. She went to the party in spite of her father saying no. A very important note to keep in mind is that the image you see on the screen next to each example will help you better understand the contrast. Not only is this part, but also is the ones that follow. We continue. All down. When using the connector all down in a sentence, I can be placed either at the beginning or the middle of the sentence. It is used before a clause, which has a less a subject and a verb that agrees with the subject. Example. Although she had eaten, she bought an ice cream. Although I wanted a new car, I can't because I don't have any money. And finally, however. The use of the connector, however, is not the same as other contract connector, since it is not used to join two clauses. Instead, the two ideas are present in separate sentences. However, is placed in the second sentences, either at the beginning after the subject or at the end. Example: the movie is boring. He, however, decided to finish watching it. I don't understand the class. However, I will go to the library. Now, I will share some activities. So, then you can practice what you have learned in this short lesson. In the first activity titled What is the linked word of contrast? You will find sentences that must be complete by inserting the linked word of contrast that best fits your guide meaning to each sentence, taking into account what you have learned. In the second activity titled Linked Word of Contrast, you will find a short test where you will need to correctly answer a multiple choice question with a single correct answer on the topic. There are many more linked words of contrast, such as but, in contrast, on the other hand, on the contrary, on the other side, other than, nevertheless, and otherwise. Therefore, I encourage you to recite them and use them in your greeting and conversation. Thank you for your attention and participation in this micro teaching. Bye bye.